Yo, hello. Welcome. Thank you for watching. How's everyone doing? Hello, hi. How's everybody doing? Good. Wait a second. Hello, how's everybody doing? Good. Fantastic. It's early. Better known as Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going? We're live on the little screen. My other device stopped working, so I switched devices. Yo.
Nah, bro, I think just put it in, bro. Yeah, bro, definitely that shit, bro.
Good game. We love it. Fortnite non-stop, chat. Fortnite. Good night.
Huh? Don't need to.
you. I gotta work on my drop spot. I be fucking up my drop spot. Seriously, that's so dumb. I fuck up my drop spot every time.
Yeah, we're live on the little screen. Try to do good off spawn. Let's try to do good off spawn this game. Yeah. play Roblox. Fuck this game. Play Roblox. Yo, chat is saying, can I play Fortnite? Yeah, we can play if you want. Yo, can I play? Yeah, we can play. Joseph was a man. Love Fortnite. Can I play with you on Fortnite? Yes. Joseph was man. Love Fortnite. Can I after this game? Yes. Teo B17, welcome. Thank you for watching. Joseph was man. Love Fortnite. Yo, can I play? Yeah, we can play. The Cactus King, welcome. Thank you for watching. How's it going? We can play if you want. I'm vibing. I got nothing else to do, so we're just gonna play the game. Play Roblox. We'll do code in just a second. Let's do a quick code. Let's do a quick code. Let's do a fun one. All right, ready? This is the most beginner entry level code anyone can do. All right, watch this. Pound sign include IO stream using namespace standard int main parentheses brace enter C out insertion operator quote hello world quote semicolon run hello world beginner entry level that's the most beginner entry level code we can do. All right, good. So all right, before we continue, let's do this. Look, let's go line by line. All right, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6. Line 1, pound sign include IO stream. All right. Line 2, using namespace standard semicolon. All right. Int name parenthesis parenthesis. All right. Brace. C out insertion operator quote hello world quote semicolon. And a brace. All right. So yeah, that's everything. Quick look. Oh, and what that does is this. That does hello world. That is for hello world. Right? You know, I was thinking just to watch Netflix and chill. I was thinking to watch Netflix and chill. I've been watching these 2 series. I like Netflix because Netflix is known for like 2 things. Money Heist and Narcos. Stranger Things actually is known for like 5 things. Netflix is known for like 5 things. Netflix is Narcos, Netflix is Stranger Things, and Netflix is Money Heist. So when I watch Netflix, I watch those. I watch like Stranger Things, I watch Money Heist, I watch Narcos. Narcos I'm done with. I haven't watched that. I watched like half of the first season. It was good though. I ended up liking this other series, but Stranger Things I watched, you know, We all missed that season 1 vibe. That season 1 Stranger Things vibe was a good vibe. Now I'm watching the new Money Heist. It's super good, actually. They do it right every time. They do it right every time with Money Heist. Money Heist is always good. Just because Money Heist literally Money Heist takes place in one fucking room. And that room is typically like some random ass bank, and they're doing whatever. It takes place in one place. Money Heist is literally one room, but it's good every time. Just because of the story, you know. Sometimes they leave, come back, or they just blow the whole thing up. It's kind of funny, but yeah, Money Heist takes place in one spot. Very rarely do they walk outside of that one spot, but sometimes they'll walk outside and then come right back, or like I said, they'll just blow it up. But yeah, Money Heist is good. That one provides a good vibe every time. Like this new season I'm watching is actually good visually. I like the visuals, and I like what it's about. So the new Money Heist I'm watching, on OtterBox. I was watching OtterBox too, actually. Outer Banks. What is Netflix for you? Oh, Flash. Flash is Netflix too. Flash is Netflix too. Yo, 100%. 100% Netflix is Flash. Like when I think of Netflix, I think Stranger Things. I think Flash. I think Money Heist. Yeah, I know there's like 100 other things that we could watch. Like, you know, there's a lot of things we can watch on Netflix. But I typically watch like those things on Netflix. I watch like Money Heist, Stranger Things, what's the other one we were just talking about? Fuck. Money Heist, Stranger Things. And Flash. Yeah, Flash. Yeah. Flash I watched all the way through. Well, not exactly, actually. I watched like the first season. I'm still watching the first season right now. That's one of those series that I restarted. Because what happened was, alright, so I started watching the first season of Flash. But then I restarted, and this is recently. I think I started watching Flash like recently. So I started watching Flash recently. On Netflix. But every time I start watching the first season, I restart. But the best thing about it is every episode is a different episode. Like they always have like a different thing going on. Like one time Flash is learning how to be Flash, and then the next time Flash is chasing some fucking bad guy, and it's a different bad guy every time. It's not the same one. Well, there is occurring characters in Flash. Like sometimes you'll see like Flash, Reverse Flash, right? Sometimes you'll see Reverse Flash like once or twice, or the random dude with the ice gun. You know that one random motherfucker on Flash who has the ice gun? Yeah. Sometimes you'll see those two characters come back from time to time. Those are the two characters that you'll see all the time. Like the one with, or the one he works with. You know, the characters he works with. But yeah. So yeah, Netflix is like, you know, Flash, Stranger Things, Money Heist. Anything else is kind of like, I don't know. There's some other stuff I was watching recently that's actually good. There's that random Billionaire's Bunker. I watched like the first 2 episodes on Billionaire's Bunker. That's like literally it's like Money Heist. where it takes place in one room, but it wasn't as good as Money Heist. It wasn't as good as Money Heist. So, yeah. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I'm like, you know what? I'll just go watch Money Heist. Money Heist is in one room, but it's actually good. Because the billionaire's bunker. So alright, so this bunker is about like a bunch of billionaires. They go in a bunker and they live in a society where everybody's treated equally. Everybody's equal. Okay, that's the fucking frustrating part that they can't fucking understand, which is funny because in the first episode they display it right away. So the episode opens with them going into the bunker as all billionaires. One of the billionaires tried to buy their way to get more food. They were like, fuck no, you're like everybody else. Which was a problem because they just couldn't like understand the concept of being equal as everybody. So that displayed that everybody's a billionaire, but since they're in a bunker with limited supply, they can only do so much, basically. So that's why they're treated equally, not because of whatever. No, it's because it's a, okay. So it's a bunker with a bunch of billionaires, but these billionaires are supplied with a limited supply of, you know, food, clothing, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And then, so since they have like a limited supply of everything, they're told like, no, you're gonna be like everybody else. You have no option. Just because we're limited on supply. And in theory, it's actually a good concept. I watched the first episode. That's what got my attention. I was like, oh wow, that's kind of interesting. Like, because they started like a fight and things almost escalated where, you know, it kind of drew. They started it right away at the climax. Basically, they started at the climax, like at the. So with a movie's like a pyramid. So you start at the bottom and you work your way up, and then you get to a point where it's like the climax, and then you go down, you go down, you go down, you go down, you go down. And that's the ending. With that TV show, they started like at the top of it. So the first like couple minutes of the show, they explain, but the way they explain that everybody's a billionaire, but these billionaires are treated equally, that's how they display it. They start a fight over food and say, no, everybody's equal here. We have no options. We have a limited supply of things. So they want the viewers to understand that. So that way when they watch the show, they understand what's going on. So everybody kind of does the same thing. They all live in one spot and they just do what they gotta do. Sometimes they'll leave the bunker and go out into like the radioactive thing, because they're in the bunker obviously because the outside is radioactive. So they'll come back in, and I mean it's good, but again, I just started watching Money Heist because I was just like, it takes place in one room. It takes place in one room. Because the beginning got my attention. It's one of those Netflix shows that's like it's good for one episode, because it starts really good right away, and then it kind of is just like, all right, well, that was good, but I'd rather go watch something else. So I watched like the first episode. The first episode explained everything very good, in a good way, because as a viewer, I was able to be like, okay, yeah, I get it. Makes sense. Because in a setting like that where, you know, there's, you know, limited supply and everybody's in a bunker, you would have thought like someone would have tried to do some BS, right? where they try to like involve corruption, right? You would have thought that, but right away they shut that theory down and have the viewer understand like, no, we're having none of that. Everybody will be treated equal, you know. So you can't buy your way, or you can't like try to beat their system. Like you gotta do what everybody else do fairly. Like you gotta be fair, you know, because everybody's like super rich and powerful. They're in a fucking bunker. You gotta follow the rules. That's what it is. So they let the viewer know that right away. They let the viewers know that instantly. It's not like I said, you know, you're something like you would have thought, right? But But anyway, that's what like that's my point though. I was just like, all right, well, this is good, but I'd rather watch something else, right? And then that's when I came to the realization, like, all these Netflix episodes, I mean, all these Netflix series are good, but some of them I can just like be like, you know, I'd rather go watch this. It's kind of like the same thing. Not all the time. Because here's another example. So I watched this other TV show that's kind of like the same as this other TV show. So there's one TV show I was watching on Netflix. It was Spanish. It was in Spanish. So it was about this singer who goes around doing some. It's like kind of like Miley Cyrus, if you think about it. No, the Hannah Montana show. It was kind of like the Hannah Montana show, where there's a singer. The singer goes around and, you know, performs and has like, you know, personal whatever drama here, drama there, but it's interesting, right? And then I watched another one, kind of the same thing, where it was a singer. The singer goes around doing like performances, has some like drama here, drama there, blah blah, whatever, right? And they were kind of literally the same thing. And it had like the same character. Yeah, I'll try to find it actually. It's on Netflix. Let's see if I can open my Netflix. Alright, we're on Netflix. Yeah, yeah. So it's this. Oh, yo, I've been watching this one too. This one's pretty good, but yeah, it's this one right here, The Queen of Flow. There's another one just like it, but that one is I'm okay with watching both. That one's a little bit different. That one I prefer to watch both, because like I said, there's two of it. It's kind of like two of the same thing. Like you would kind of get it confused. You would have to, because here's how it's confusing. So there's two series that are kind of the same thing. Alright, so one series is about a singer who goes around doing performances, has drama here, drama there. Then there's number two, right, with a singer who does singing stuff, performance here, performance there, drama here, drama there, right? So there's 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are kind of the same thing. You would have to kind of pay attention to the character, because the characters are, there's one character that's the same, and it's the singer. And remember, both of these are about singing. So since they're both about singing, and since they both use the same singer character, the characters around the singer are what changes. You gotta like, and it's funny because you won't like, you'll watch one and then you'll go watch the other one, and since they use the same singer and the singer's kind of like the focus, you'll see the singer more often than the other ones. You'll kind of get lost into it and not realize like, oh, these two are completely different. Like I was watching and I didn't realize that until I looked at the other characters and I was like, yo, this is not the same one I was watching. This is actually fucking different. Because I was watching it thinking, oh, this is, so let's refer to 1 and 2. One is, they're both the same, so let's refer to 1 and 2. I was watching number 2, thinking I was watching number 1, and then I looked at the surrounding characters, and then I was like, oh wait, yo, this is not this same one I was watching before. This is actually a completely different one. But it uses the same characters, but it's a completely different show. But I'm okay with watching both. It's not like the other one where I'm like, oh, I'd rather watch this one because it's better. No, it's not like that at all. It's a little bit different. It's more like, alright, I'm okay with watching that. They're both good. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're both good. I'm okay with watching both. It's not like the other one where I'm like, oh, I'd rather watch the other one. It's better. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, that's when I came to the realization, like, because I stumbled across this new Money Heist, and then that's when I came to the realization, like, Netflix is like 2 shows: Stranger Things and Money Heist. Sometimes some Narcos. You know, everybody like Narcos, but I tried to rewatch it, and I was just like, yo, this is not the same as before, you know? It's not that good. But then I found a different one. It was about, I forget what it's called. See if I can find it. No, it's not on here. This one, I think, I don't know, there's so many of these, I don't fucking know. I thought it was the first one. No. So this is Narcos. Everybody knows what Narcos is. At first it was good, and then I tried to rewatch it, and I was like, it's not that good. But then I found this one, and that one's good. I watched like a couple episodes. Watched a couple episodes. But those shows are what make Netflix, you know. All the other ones are good. Like I said, there's that one TV show I was just telling you about where there's 1 and 2 are kind of the same thing. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm okay with watching it. It's actually really good. I can watch both of them non-stop. Because they both have like they have like more than 1 season. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This one. Oh, this one's good too, but it's whatever. I'm talking about this one right here. Every season has like a lot of 65 episodes in 1 season, chat. And it has more than 1 season. Look, season 1 has over 80 episodes, season 2 over 80, season 3 over 80. You can watch this non-stop over and over again, just non-stop. It just keeps going over and over again. It has a lot of episodes. can just watch that non-stop. But that's the thing, there's more than one. There's more than one, and they're kind of the same thing. What makes them different is the characters. They use different characters, but one character is the same on both, and then the other ones around it are different, like completely different. But they're both really good.